What's going on YouTube? JT is Reborn here, and welcome back to another edition of my DC comic book reviews. And in this video, we're going to be talking about Justice League Unlimited issue number 7. We Are Yesterday part 5. So this one is written by Mark Waid with artwork by Travis Moore, and this is part 5 of 6 of the We Are Yesterday crossover between this book and World's Finest. I think the storyline is going to conclude next month in Justice League Unlimited, which is kind of strange because there's a World's Finest issue that'll probably be releasing before that. I'm surprised they don't conclude it in that, or maybe the timing was just off or whatnot, but I don't know, because I feel like we're going to be like, when you read World's Finest, like, oh, we're already past this storyline. It's just going to be the release date. It's going to be kind of weird, but hey, it is what it is. Like I said, we're part 5 of this thing. AsGorilla Grodd, for those who don't know, had just kind of traveled through time. He used the character of Airwave to kind of separate all the heroes from everything, which they do explain in this, and he's going after this power, which, you know, had to do with the whole All-In thing and Darkseid and all that, and looking to take over the world, yada yada yada. Legion of Doom stuff. It's fun. You get the use of the heroes and versus the Legion of Doom. Grodd seemingly has thought of everything. All the heroes kind of get transported using kind of Airwave's abilities throughout different eras of time with no means to come back. You can see Green Arrow, Flash in the past. You see kind of towards the end of time, you have Dick Grayson and Beast Boy. Beast Boy's in his polar bear thing. Dick's kind of like that. He's like pretty cold. Firestorm is with dinosaurs. You have like all these other people and all that. Batman and Superman and, you know, Robin and all that are in the past here. Shazam's over here in another era. Basically, like I said, everyone's kind of all over the place, and they're kind of in a rough spot. So it comes to the point, he has this little, I don't know, how do I describe this thing? When Darkseid created the Absolute Universe and he was transported to it, like kind of left a little rift of energy. And so Grodd is trying to access that energy to gain some of Darkseid's power. And he's like, I'm going to split it amongst all of you. So that's how I'm trying to describe it. But then Lex Luthor's like, interesting. He goes for it, and then he kind of like faces his own comeuppance. Airwave is also there, and he's seemingly able to communicate to all the different heroes throughout time because it's his energy, tachyon energy, that split everyone apart. And it's interesting how he can communicate like different eras of time too with his abilities. But he was manipulated and all that, and he's really sorry about the whole thing. And using his power, he's able to kind of bring everyone back. Grodd also tricked Lex Luthor at one point, and he's like, you know what, I need you all for this moment, but screw you all. I'm going to take all the power for myself, and you all don't have a chance. So they use Airwave to kind of get back sort of to the presence, and Grodd is now going to face off against different heroes throughout time. And we even have Batman Beyond there, so that's kind of cool. And that's basically where the issue ends before we get to the finale and that too. So yeah, like I said, fun little stuff. When you get to the technical aspect of it all, sometimes it's a little bit hard to follow when you get these types of events. It's like, oh, tachyon energy, time travel, yada yada. Okay, bad guy needs this thing, heroes over here. The details don't really matter as much for a type of story like this, at least in my humble opinion. So Travis Moore's artwork, very talented artist. I like a lot of the stuff he's been doing. I think Dan Moore is probably going to conclude the storyline because, you know, I was kind of surprised, like, because Dan Mora didn't do this week's Superman. There was a couple different artists, and I didn't see him on World's Finest or whatever. So, I mean, the guy's been over quite a bit at DC, so it'll be nice to see him, like, probably conclude this in the next issue. But Travis Moore, if you got to get one artist to, like, fill in for him or something like that, Travis Moore is a good one to do so. So, but again, this has been a fun little crossover. Like, not the best thing I've seen from, like, Mark Waid since he's been back at DC doing stuff, but still some pretty fun, entertaining stuff for the most part, and we'll see how it concludes next time. So that's really all I have to say. Like I said, it's fun enough. Nothing like mind-blowing or amazing, or I'm like incredibly captivated by everything, because sometimes when you get some of these crazy wacky concepts with how like characters are spread throughout time and all that, it kind of loses me a little bit with some of the technical aspects and all that. But hey, you know what, it's still keeping me entertained for the most part. So yeah, thumbs up, I suppose. But anyways, what do you all think of Justice League Unlimited issue number 7? Post your comments down below. Let me know, and all that other fun stuff. I got one more DC book I'm going to be covering for this week, which will be Green Arrow. So look forward to that video, which will pretty much go online like right after this one. So yeah, feels good. I'm all caught up in like a single day. So like that's great. Like I love this feeling. So, but anyways, that's all I have to say. As always, take care now. Bye-bye then, and I will see you all in the next video. Peace out.